นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Pay respect to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. สาธุ Hello everyone. Hello Gita Brown. Hello Gregory. Good to see you all. Today is we see each other again. Ayakemawamsi from Thailand, from Mahavanatutangka. The last time I didn't show up because I was sick, so I'm sorry that I didn't inform you beforehand. Hello Manny. Namo Buddhaya. Today's topic is about the ceremony of marriage transfer to the deceased one. It's from Tirokuṭṭa Sutta. From it's called the basic passage. Okay, Tirokuṭṭa is from the it's called KP7. I'm gonna attach the link for you. Hello, Madeline. Why did I, bring up this topic? Because during this time, until the 7th of September, 7th of September is the Uposatha day, right? The full moon day. So it's the day that people in Thailand gonna make the marriage. It's called Puphapetapali. Puphapetapali is the marriage making to make a marriage and then transfer to the deceased ones. It's quite interesting, like during this time, like for Thai people, they're gonna make the marriage on the 7th of September or the full moon, this full moon. For the Chinese people living in Thailand, they're gonna have the ceremony of marriage making for the deceased one as well on the 6th of September. And also in Thailand, different parts of Thailand, like the northern part, the central part, southern part, and the northeastern part, we all have the same ceremony, but different tradition. But altogether, we make the marriage to transfer them to the deceased ones. For me, it's quite interesting that even though it's, from different part or from, in China as well, we tend to have, the same period, to make the marriage for the late people. And actually, it's from the sutra. I think it's, derived from the sutra. It has some part from the sutra. That's why I would like to share with you. I don't know that you have like this kind of ceremony in the Buddhist monastery in the Western or not. But for Thailand, for especially Thailand, and for the Chinese people living in Thailand, they have like a kind of, same ceremony. Okay, so let's start with the first. We should know about the offering. The offering to the late people is actually from the Tipitaka as well. It's called the fivefold offering. The Buddha said, you should make the marriage and then you do the offering. The first one, you offer to your relatives. To your relatives by giving help to your relatives. This is actually the offering. When we're talking about the dana, the offering, we tend to think we give to the monastic people, to the sangha, but it's not like that. You can give it to your friend, to your family, just like this one, to relatives, including parents, right? Son, offspring, relatives. By giving help, giving advice, something like that. The second one, offer to guests. How to offer to guests is by receiving the guest. When there are guests coming to your house and you receive them warmly, you welcome them, you offer the food, offer the water, offer, like compassion and then loving kindness, right? So offer to guests by receiving them. And the third one, offer to the departed, the late people, by dedicating merit to them. And number four, offer to the king, from the Buddha's era, there's still the king. And in Thailand, there's still the king. But how can we offer to the king? Is through paying taxes or offer to the government by paying taxes and duties and so on. So things like that. It's just like the population, like we as a citizens in one's land, right? So we, pay the tax. It's another kind of offering. The last one, we offer to the deities, those beings who are worshipped according to one's faith. The Buddha mentioned this in many suttas. For example, Ratana Sutra, the jewel, start with the jewel. Jewel is like the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. There was one time there's like a drought, like a plague, like people die. A lot of people died in Vaishali. And then the Buddha said, okay, deities, like the Deva deities, don't be reckless. When people worship you day and night, you should come and then take care of those people, something like that. So there is, still consequences for us when we worship and when we, pay respect or when we offer to the deities. But how can we offer to deities? Through merit making. Like we dedicate the merit to them. So yeah, the ceremony to make merit to the deceased one is actually in the sutra. Not only here, but in the Tirokuṭṭa Sutta as well. But before that, I would like to show you pictures, pictures that things that are going to happen, in 3 days. The 7th of September. Most of Thai people are going to go to the temple and then make merit. What is the procedure, right? The procedures. Hi, Sue. The procedure is that at first, early in the morning, you go to the temple. At first, you prepare the offering, right? The lay people prepare food, drinks, other necessities. As in these pictures, you can see like umbrella, because during this time is the rainy season in Thailand. So we offer umbrella. Sometimes we offer like a slipper, the sandals. And sometimes we offer like a candle, incense, robe, food, flower, things like that, things that necessities during this time, the rainy season. So as you can see here, umbrella, sandals, sometimes we have like the robe and the alms bowl. But actually it can be anything. It can be anything to give, to offer to the monastics. And then after that, we ask, the monk gonna sit, in line like this. And then the lay leader gonna invite the monk to partake in the meal. At first, they're gonna have the meal. And then, offer the meal, the monks consume the meal, and then receive the sankhatana, or like, you can see here, the robe, flowers, candles, sandals, and umbrella. After that, the monk, after the meal, the monk gonna perform special chants. Is like a unique chanting that we're gonna say. It's from the sutra that we're gonna talk later. Starting with Atasime, Agasime, Yatimita, Sakajame, something like that, which describe the importance of offering and sharing merit with the deceased one. After all, offering, in Thailand we do the pour water or yat nam in Thai. During the chanting, the lay people pour water from the vessel or the bottle into the bowl or onto the ground. This act is actually a symbolic gesture of transferring merit. Some people say like, oh, we just make it up, Thai people make it up, but it's not. It's actually in the commentary of this sutra that we're gonna discuss later. The king Pimpisara, pour the water onto the ground. It's like a symbolic gesture that, okay, this is for me, pour water, like a water element, and then, go through another realm or something like that. And then when we say, when we pour water, we say, may this merit be transferred to all my departed parents, grandparents, and ancestors, deceased one, loved ones. And then the monk will conclude with the final blessing, and the lay people, say, Sadhu Anumodhami. This is to signify the joy in the merit making and their successful transfer of the good deeds to their loved ones, ancestors, something like that. So it's actually a very nice ceremony. Once a year, we're going to have this. It's called Puppapeta Pali in Pali. Once a year. It's like the day that we can remind ourselves of the deceased one, because not only in this life, but we have, many relatives, cousins, and people that pass away. Okay, this is like just show you sample pictures. But what really interesting is in the northern part of Thailand, we have this special, paper. Once a year, we're going to have this. We have a paper like in this picture. And then it's just like when we celebrate like the new year. And when you have to, what's it called? You have to pick like, what's it like to play the lotto. It's not like that, but to pick the paper. And inside the paper, it's going to say like the name. You're going to write the name onto the paper. Yeah. For example, so this is the big ceremony, right? The whole village, like maybe 100 family, going to come to the village monastery, village temple. And they're going to come and then they're going to write down their name of the family, onto the paper. And then, they, accumulate, compile like this. After that, the monk will pick. It's just like you play, like the Happy New Year, and then you pick, one paper, and then you say like, oh, I got the present from Dad, I got the present from Katie, or something like that. So it's the same thing. The monk will pick the paper, and then they're going to read, oh, I got the gift, the Sankatana, I got the gift from this family. And then you have to find that family. The monk will go to that, by number. Okay, where is number 99? And then the monk have to walk and search to the number 99, and then gonna come and then give the blessing. So it's not something, it doesn't have to be something like very fancy, just like the first picture here. It doesn't have to be something fancy like this. This is like very fancy, like a very expensive, arms bowl, the robe, the chanting, the sermon, the umbrella. It can be something like the food that your loved ones love to eat. can be the food, it can be like sandals or anything that your parents like to wear or eat, and then you give it to the monks. The monks gonna come and pay and give the blessing, right? So this is like what we do every year during this time. Okay, I hope you can come to Thailand one day and then experience this yourself. Okay, after this we're gonna oh sorry after this we're gonna read the sutra together, because that ceremony, making marriage to the loved ones, deceased one, it's from this sutra. It's called the basic passage number 7, outside the wall, Tirokuṭṭa Sutta. It's about the hungry ghosts standing outside the walls. We have to mention, the backstory first. There was one time the king Pimpisara, the king would like to, make a great offering to the Buddha and his disciples. Normally, when we do the offering, we're gonna dedicate the merit to people, to the late ones, right? But at that time, the king Pimpisara forgot to dedicate the merit because he, got busy thinking about where the Buddha gonna stay, where the Buddha gonna, go after this. So he forgot to dedicate the merit. But all his deceased ones, not all, most of his deceased ones who were the hungry ghost, when they know that the king Pimpisara gonna make, the great merit, they came and wait for the king to dedicate the merit to them. But the king forgot. So that night, after the ceremony, that night, all his relatives that were the hungry ghosts, cry and make a loud noise. The king Pimpisara got very scared, like, oh, maybe something bad gonna happen to me. So early in the morning, the king Pimpisara went to see the Buddha and asked the Buddha that, maybe something dangerous gonna come, to me, something bad gonna happen to me, because last night I heard all the scary noises. What should I do? The Buddha said, those noises are from your hungry ghost, your relatives that were born as a hungry ghost. They waited for you for a long, long time for you to dedicate the merit to them, but you forgot. And then this is the sutra. The Buddha said, outside the walls, they stand and wait. At the junctions and the crossroads, returning to their former homes, they wait beside the doorposts. But when lavish food and drink of many kinds is set out, no one remembers them at all because of those being deeds. That's why those who have compassion give to their relatives food and drink at the right time that's clean, delicious, and suitable. So here we're gonna, learn that, okay, there's this life and also the afterlife, as written, as mentioned in the Tipitaka or the Sutra. Some will be born as the Deva, the deities. Some will be born as a human being. Some will be born in the lower realm, the animals, creatures, the hell creatures. But some will be born as the hungry ghost. But hungry ghosts actually live among us, in another dimension, but they live among us right now. And, they return to their former home, waiting for the relatives to dedicate the merit. When the relatives make the merit with all the lavish food and drink, no one remembers, no one dedicate the merit to them. So the Buddha said, that's why those who have compassion give to their relatives food and drink at the right time. How can we give to the relatives? We make the merit to the people who are worthy, to the monastic, of course, to your friends. But if you pay, if you offer to the monastics, they can give the blessing. You can like without the merit, without the precepts and things that they do, the merit can be transferred, something like that. And when you make the merit, when you dedicate the merit, you say, may this be for our relatives. May our relatives be happy. Those ghosts, the hungry ghosts who have gathered there, the departed relatives who have come for the lavish food and drink, gratefully express appreciation. May our relatives live long, for those to whom we owe this gain. So like for us human being, when we make the merit, we dedicate and then pray and then say, may this be for our relatives, dedicate to the relative, the loved one. May them be happy. This is for us to say. But for the hungry ghosts that were waiting, when they receive the merit, they're gonna express appreciation that may our relatives, may the human relatives live long, for those to whom we owe this gain, who have given honor to us. It will not be fruitless for the donor. There will not be fruitless for the donor. It's just like when we give, gonna get something in return, not fruitless. And this is interesting as well. Not only us that we offer or dedicate the merit to the loved ones, right? It's a way that we give the honor. It's the way that we show that actually we remember, even though you pass away a long time, but we remember in your good deeds, even though you're not making a lot of good deeds, but actually you did good things to me in the past. You take care of me and you took care of me. You said nice things to me. You give me food. You taught me, something like that. We remember, and with all those nice things that you have done, I would like to share this merit to you. The Buddha later said, there is no farming there in the hungry ghost realm, in the lower realm. No cow pasture can be found. Likewise, there is no trading and no commerce in gold coin. The departed, the dead in that place, live on what is given here. Like we as a human being, we can make the earning, right? We can have like a career. We can, do the farming. We can buy food and stuff like that. But in the lower realm, for this sutra, in the hungry ghost realm, there is no farming. They cannot, plant or, get the rice on their own. There's no cow pasture. There's no trading, no commerce. So the dead one live on what is given here in the human being, live on what is given through merit making and then, dedicate them. Just as water that rains on high flows down to the plains, so too what is given here is the departed ghost. Just as the river full swell the ocean seas, so too what is given here is the departed ghost. Thinking, they gave to me, they did for me, they were my family, friend, and comrade. Give offerings to the departed kin, remembering past deeds. This is actually, starting from here, just as water, is the special blessing that the monastic have to chant in that ceremony. So once a year we have to do it. Once a year we have, like normally when people come, I don't know in the Western, but in Thailand, normally when people come to make the merit to the deceased one, we're gonna use this blessing, Achasime, Akasime, Yatimita, Sakhajame, something like that. But at least once a year, we have to use this blessing. Okay. And then, and as we say, like when we do the merit to our loved one, we remember that the deceased one, they gave something to me. They did good things to me. They were my family, my friend, my comrade, my colleagues. But not only this lifetime, but I have another past life, right? My family in the past, right? Past life, my friend in the past life, my relatives in the past life, long, 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 long time ago. To everybody, gonna give the offerings to the departed one, remembering the deeds in the past. For neither tears nor grief or other lamentations are of any use to the departed, so long as their relatives stay like this. Right? When they pass away, we cry, we grieve, we feel sorry that, we lost the loved ones. But the tears or grief or other lamentation are no use to the departed one. But if we, can do something to offer any help, it's just like through the merit. This offering that has been given well placed in the Sangha is for their lasting welfare and aids them right away. The relative's duty has now been shown, how high honor to departed is performed, how the mendicants can be kept strong, and how no little merit is produced by you. When you make the merit like a food offering, at least the monastic can eat, be strong, have the strength from that food. When you offer the umbrella, the monastic can use to protect from the rain to stay healthy. So everything, not only for the lay people, for the monastic, for the people as well, like, oh, I can, have the things that I can use that is useful, benefit for the monastic in this life, benefit for the late people in another realm. So no little merit is produced by you. Even though you give just one bread, one loaf of bread is useful. Even though you give just, a help or just a bottle of water, there's no such thing as little merit. The merit is merit. Merititious action, the wholesome actions is the wholesome actions, no little or, the great one. So whatever you can do, just do, and then remember to give it, to offer, to dedicate to your loved one as well. And that's all from this sutra. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Manal. Sooth asks, dear Aya, can merit be shared with living relatives too? If so, can you share any inspiring story where it helped? For the living relatives, the merit that we can share with them is the actions through the body, speech, and mind. right? Because they're still alive, they're still with us, even though they're far, far away, or even though they're, with other belief, other religions, things like that. But the merit, the good deeds that we can share to them is through the body, speech, and mind right now. Whatever we do to them, do we, you can offer help, right? You can offer food, you can offer advice, you can offer the support. Like, oh, how are you? Have, long time no see, haven't heard from you. Is everything all right? If I can be of any help, you can ask me. You can, even though I cannot help you financially, but I can help you with the advice. At least I can show you love and support. Share the loving kindness, share the compassion through actions, physical actions, through nice speech. You talk nicely to your relatives, talk nicely to your parents, friends, offspring, your child, your children, your colleagues. And when you think of them, when you think of them, you think with loving kindness, you think with compassion. So this is how we can share the good deeds to our living relatives. But when they die, when they pass away, we just make the marriage to the monastic and then dedicate the marriage to them. But now that we all still alive, just do whatever that we can, with loving kindness and compassion, with the right view. When we give the support, when we give the advice, share them with the right view. Even though, like for me, like monastic, we cannot help the lay people with the money, right? But we can, at least I can share the opinion. Maybe it wouldn't be better if you be mindful, and then slow down a little bit, be mindful, and then give the advice, give the wisdom, something like that. Share any inspiring story where it helped. Now that I can think of is that for my cousin, my relatives, right? In the past, I'm not that close to some of my relatives because we live far, far away. I live in the north. They live in the central to the southern part of Thailand. We see each other maybe once a year. And when I was a teenager, when I work, sometimes I don't see them like maybe 2 years, something like that. I don't call. I don't know. I just didn't communicate or contact them. But after I ordained, and they learned that, oh, now that you can ordain, so maybe something happened, and then they just come and see me and then ask like, why did I choose to ordain, something like that. And then after that, when we talk, when I contact, and when I try to at first I try to share the loving kindness and compassion. Everyone's suffer enough. So, and then they listen to the Dhamma, listen to the Sutra, the Dhamma talk. And now maybe I ordained for 6 years something. This year gonna be my 7th year ordination, right? Now I think maybe 6 years and 5 years and 6 years after I ordained, they start to come and then pay a visit. They offer food or something like that, and they tend to change their mindset. Of course, they are Buddhists, but not the real Buddhists that really study the Buddha's teaching. In Thailand, we Thai people, we are Buddhist, but not all of us, make a merit with the right mind, with the right wisdom. It's just like, gonna pay, donate the money, but don't really study the sutra, the Dhamma's teaching. But I started to notice that they come and listen to the Dhamma more, and they, live like they feel. I can feel that they are happier, even though they, struggle with, financially, with all the economic in Thailand, struggle quite a lot, but I can feel that I can see that they're happier than when they are rich. So this is how I share the merit to the living relatives of mine, that I can help them when I can, when we still alive, to be mindful, have the right wisdom, have the right vision, right view, right action, right speech, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and then right concentration. And I noticed that they have the right liberation, even though it's not like the 100% liberation, but I can feel that they can, escape. They can get out of their difficulties in life. Something like that. Many ask, Aya, by sharing merit, how do we know they receive it? Or is it just to develop our gratitude to them? We cannot know that they receive it or not. It's just like, do it without I don't know that now they have the hungry ghost, waiting for the merit or not, but at least we show the gratitude. We show that, actually we remember. I remember you. I remember your past deeds. And here. Oh, and then, see, show gratitude and respect. It's like for the Chinese people, I don't know that you know that or not. The Chinese people, you have have to come together and then make merry to the loved ones, like a long ceremony. It takes like maybe three days. I'm not sure. It's like a tradition that the living relatives come together, share the good moment together, and then give the merit to the deceased one. So this ceremony is like to show gratitude. Come together, show gratitude, show respect to the departed one. And then, even though that we know or not that they receive, but at least when we make the merit, we receive the what's it called? We feel happy that we can do something good for the late people, right? At least I show them the respect. At least I show our ancestor that, I still remember you. You're not that far away. I don't know where you are. You might be in the heaven. You might be, anywhere. You might be the hungry ghost. But at least if I just want to help if you are the hungry ghost, then you can receive this merit and then be born again in the in the the heaven realm. Mm. So that's like what's it called? Maybe it's the intention, right? The pure intention behind the act of offering is to show the respect, is to express that you miss them. I miss you. I love you. I remember what you have done to me. And I just want to share something good to you. And yeah, and also is the to remind ourselves that, there's this life, there's afterlife, next life. Why should I wait from my nephew to my children to offer the merit to me when I pass away? Why shouldn't I make the merit for myself when I'm still alive? Of course, this is the duty for us as a living, relatives to make the merit, but just the same thing. I'm not sure that my children gonna make merit to me or not. Every year they're gonna do it for me or not. But now that I'm still alive, I'm gonna make my own merit. So this is another way of thinking. Mm. And also this practice, this ceremony reinforce, you know, the loving kindness and compassion to all beings, not only the deceased one, but the living relatives as well. Because when we offer to the deceased one and then we look back and then, wow, this is all the living relatives that are still with me right now, even though, still, breathing in the same world right now. I do good deeds to the deceased one, and I should do good deeds to the living ones as well. Mhm. Yeah, this is what I think. What do you think? Do you have anything like this in the where you are? On the 7th of September is going to be like a big ceremony in Thailand. What about the temple in your area or the monastery in your area? Do they have any things like this? If they do, just like it's a good way to, yeah, to show appreciation and respect to your loved ones. But not only on the 7th of September, this year, uh, 7th of September is not going to be on the same exact date each year. Yeah. Not only on that day that you can offer to the deceased one, you can do any day. Like when you listen to the Dhamma, it's the merit making. When you meditate, it's the merit making. And then you can dedicate this merit to yourself, your living creatures, your living relatives, and your deceased relatives as well. Okay. Any question? No. Oh. Many said, I have seen flowers in graves in the US even years after they departed. I guess every culture has its way of respecting. Yes, yes. Hmm. Mhm. Is to show the love, show the compassion, show the respect, and show, that you still miss and love them. It may be, like different acts, but the same intention, right? Mm. Gregory said, thank you for teaching, Aya. I hope it's something that you can, reflect and contemplate to remind you, like, yeah, we actually have a lot of, relatives, but not only in this life, in my past life. I just want to, when we happy, we just want them to be happy as well. Not only our relatives, but all the living creatures. Mm. Yeah, so this is like, for those who haven't seen, this is like pictures in Thailand. Here in Mahawana, in the monastery that I stay, we have like this kind of ceremony as well, but the small one, small and quiet one. But we do the food offering in the morning, do the blessing, we give the Dhamma talk in Thailand, you know, telling them about the original story, this sutra gonna give the Dhamma talk in Thai on that day. And then after that, we're gonna, have the meal together, not together, like the monastic, the bhikkhuni have the meal, and then people gonna gather, exchange, come in the group, have a meal, be happy. And then after that, maybe 10:30 a.m., we're gonna make the Buddha statue. In Thailand, we we tend to think that, to make the Buddha statue for people to come and pay respect, to remind people that, oh, when we see the Buddha, oh, Putto, we remember, recollect, the recollection of the Buddha is the great merit making. So on that day, we're gonna make the Buddha as well. Mm. And also, China, I think in China, and for Chinese people living in Thailand, I think it's all China. They have the belief that during this time, um, yeah, for 28 days ago, until the 6th of September, during this time, they called it the period that the hell gates open. The hell gates open for the hell creatures to come to the human being realm and to receive the merit. So for this whole month, they're gonna make the merit and then give the merit to the hell creatures, not only your deceased ones, but all the hell creatures that suffer for a long, long time. But during this month, the hell gates open for them to come and receive the merit. Hmm. So today you learn something, another big ceremony in Thailand. We learn about the Tirokuṭṭa Sutta, the ceremony of making the merit transfer to the deceased one. So you can, think of your deceased relatives and also share the merit to the hell creatures as well. Mhm. Just like in Halloween, right? When the lay people come back and then you do good deeds, you enjoy. So it's another ceremony that we can enjoy for the living and the deceased one, to share loving kindness and compassion. Okay. I hope you like this sutra. And if you follow like the Mahavana, gonna try to post the pictures on 7th of September, to share with you the Thai tradition from another part of the world. And then you can, Sadhu Anumodhami, Sadhu Anumodhami, and then you receive the same merit. Okay. Any more question? I'm really happy to see you all because I think we haven't seen for a month, I think. I wasn't quite well, but now I'm getting better. So if there's no more question, just gonna conclude this sutra with by saying sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu anumodhami. May this merit making by giving the Dhamma talk, by listening to the Dhamma talk, the Buddha's teaching, be transferred to all of our deceased living. May they be free. May they be free. May they be happy and be born in the happy realms. And also for the hell creatures, they may be free from all suffering. May all the living creatures have the right view, the right speech, the right actions, so they can get, to receive the good deeds, the good consequences. And may us all be liberated from all suffering. May us all be able to reach the supreme happiness, nirvana, just as the Buddha said, Nippanang palamang sukhang. Nibbana, nirvana is the supreme happiness. So may we all be able to reach that stage. Ayu vanno sukhang palang. Nibbana paccaya hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Hello, sorry. Goodbye. Gregory, Kita, Manao said, hope you are of better health, Aya. You too. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day and see you all again in 15 days. Be well, be safe. Goodbye.